And following the Achilles tear of Damian Lillard, very unfortunate, and I hate to see that, their team really doesn't have a clear direction at this point. I mean, looking at their team payroll here, having Damian Lillard under contract until 2027 via a player option that year, Giannis under contract until 2028, and then only Kyle Kuzma and a handful of rookies or young players that don't really play that much. Not really a great team outlook for them. Not having Brook Lopez under contract long term, and not to mention he's supposed to be 38, not having Bobby Portis under contract long term, and pretty much nothing that they can lean on for their future apart from Giannis Antetokounmpo, so they don't have a clear direction. And with that in mind here, I don't think anybody would be shocked to hear Giannis want to leave their team or even outright request to be traded from their team. Again, they really have no future, nothing to build around him, with a hurt Damian Lillard that will very likely miss the entirety of next season, again unfortunately, and nothing really else to pair with him, having a severe lack of draft picks, a severe lack of young talent, and not much money to work with. They pretty much have nothing to pair around him and really no future. So I really do hate to say it, especially for a small market that's done a pretty good job at surrounding him with talent, but it might be time for them to enter a rebuild. And well, if Giannis wants to leave their team, they really won't have a choice. He might demand to be traded, want to either handpick his next team or give them a very short list of where he would want to end up or be traded to. That might be out of their control and they would pretty much have to cave into what he wants. And well, if that would happen or go on a route like that, would the Lakers be an option? Well, I guess they technically could be. They could pull off a trade for him. Definitely would be very complicated, and no, he won't be a free agent. He is under contract potentially until 2028, at the bare minimum at least until 2027. So not the season after this one or the next one, but then the season after that. So quite a bit of time between now and then. I doubt that he'll be a Milwaukee Buck at that time. Likely will have already be traded, so you're probably not going to get him via free agency. You either got to make a trade for him, again if he becomes available and demands a trade, or Milwaukee wants to enter a rebuild. So yes, that technically could be a possibility. The Lakers could form together some kind of trade like combining Austin Reeves, Jared Vanderbilt, either Gabe Vincent, Maxi Kleber, and then Rui Hachimura. Technically yes, that would work via salary. Could combine them to match Giannis through a trade, and then throw in every possible draft asset they have to offer. Obviously Austin being worth a lot through a trade, that being about 2 to 3 first round draft picks kind of in comparison. Then their only tradable first round draft pick they currently have left, the one they'll gain after the NBA draft, which would likely have to be when they would make this trade, if they even could pull off this trade, a few first round draft pick swaps, and then their last second round draft pick or the couple more they get after this draft as well. But even with all that, probably would not be enough to get Giannis Antetokounmpo. Might be close, but then again a team like Brooklyn or some other team would definitely have more to offer than they do. So it would not be a 1-for-1 kind of trade here. They alone cannot pull off this trade. Would have to be a complicated 3, 4, even 5 team kind of trade, and even then it's probably not a big time possibility. And don't get me wrong, I'd love to potentially pull it off, make a duo of Luka Doncic and Giannis Antetokounmpo. That would be a ton of fun. Potentially a temporary big three of Giannis, Luka, and LeBron for however long LeBron plays yet. Yes, that would be a ton of fun to watch and definitely could be a championship caliber team depending on who you put around them, which is very difficult in the new CBA. Having 3 max contracts together is very difficult to pull off, as we have seen with a team like the Phoenix Suns. So unless LeBron would take a discount, Luka would sign a new contract with their team, and they get Giannis without having to give up the entirety of their team, which they probably would, it might be difficult for them long term. But I guess technically yes, they could pull it off. They could potentially make a championship caliber team and a great long-term outlook with Luka Doncic and Giannis Antetokounmpo.